Hello students, welcome to the series on management and marketing of insurance. Today we are going to study service marketing. In this we will cover factors impacting the promotional mix and the integrated communication. This is unit 5th and we will cover part 2. The objective of this lecture, in this lecture we will cover promotion, meaning and role, integrated marketing communication, promotion mix, that is personal and impersonal and their use, personal selling versus advertising, and factors impacting promotional mix. Now let us first study advertising. Advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor. How campaign is managed in an insurance company? First is, let us decide on the objective and the budget decision, that is the objective and budget decision is important. Then decide the message strategy and the message execution, media decision and the reach frequency, campaign evaluation, and then build a communication impact. So, when we talk about service industry, it is basically intangible, that is physically you cannot give comfort to the customers, but mentally you need to connect with the customers. They need to have an emotional security. The emotional security can only come if the message which you are giving for your advertisement or for your policy or the policies float with their names, जैसे ज़िंदगी के साथ और ज़िंदगी के बाद. So, these kinds of messages put customers in a kind of a faith and a trusted motion. Their mental status has to be positive to connect with the policies. So, branding, advertising becomes very important for companies to decide proper names for the policies which they float in the market. The advertising objectives of the insurance companies need to persuade, remind and inform customers. What is informing is to introduce your innovative policies and products in the market. Persuasion has become more important because competition has increased in the market and there are need to create comparative and compatible ads. What is remind is that most important part of your company is to make customers remind of your policies and their names, so that products are more mature to be accepted by the customers. Advertising challenges basically relate to the objectives of being creative. Creative challenges are media fragmentation, soaring media cost, advertising clutter, creating ad message strategy, creative concept, appeal, execution in many styles, it is tone, format, illustration, headline and the copy line. So, when we talk about creating an integrated concept of communication for this industry, competition has made it very difficult because there are many brands which have entered into the market. There is an information glut and over content has been created on websites. So, how do customers filter the information? How do customers classify information? This has become important for the companies. So, companies need to be very creative to look into these challenges of creating innovative messages which connect with the customer's mindset and try to design the tone and the format of the advertisement in such a way that it does not look a commercial, but it looks a story and connects to their lifestyle. Now, look into the major media types. This is television, internet, outdoor, radio, mail, magazines. So, these are the various media through which the companies need to speak to the customers. The sales promotion becomes important. Sales promotion concept is the short term incentives to encourage the purchase or sale of product or service in the market. So, sales promotions are also offered by companies in form of higher incentives when they buy policies, or it is lower premiums to create affordability for the customers. Sales promotions can be targeted at final buyers, agents and advisors, business customers, members of marketing teams. Now, if marketing teams are offered more incentives to sell, obviously they will force or push the product into the market even if the customer is not wanting. If the agents and the brokers commission is high, they will take extra pain for their own profits to take the products and the policies to the customers. And if customers get good premiums, obviously they will pull the product from the market. So, both the push and the pull effort is required by the company to make the products and the policies viable in the market to be accepted by the customers. Sales promotion tool is the attractive premiums, the cash refunds, the patronage rewards, so as to form a price package which is lucrative for the customer to create a good deal. Objectives of sales promotion tool. It is to sign up new accounts and creating good clients, stimulating sales of specific policies which are innovative and profit oriented. Now, what could be the promotional tools? That is, you tie up with organizations, create a large base of customers. So, if you have a large base of customers, offer can be made easily, because if you have one or two customers, how do the offers could be made lucrative is difficult. But if you have a large organization who has lakhs of employees, the premiums and the affordability could be negotiated with the company, and the company could also be offered benefits to be looked after for whatever policies or for whatever customization they need. Public relations. Building good relations with the company's various publics by obtaining favorable publicity, building up a good corporate image, and heading off unfavorable rumors, stories and events is important. So, when we talk about insurance, it has to be honest, it has to look into the people's respect and the needs. But sometimes companies' wrong efforts in terms of claim settlement generally spread rumors and wrong stories. So, it is not very easy to stop customers' grievances, but it is easy that we listen to the customers' grievances and give them better solutions. Now, because the Twitter and most of the websites take up the feedback of the customers. So, it is not easy for the companies to delete of the angry messages of the customers, but it is important for the companies to respect those messages and to feel sorry on part of company to design better solutions. That is the only way that public relations can be made positive. Deleting messages is not the solution for stopping customers, because if a revolution on social media starts, it will be a great damage to the company's reputation. Public relation functions is through news, speech, corporate identity materials, mobiles, marketing, special events, written material, audiovisual materials, public service activities, everything is important. So, when we talk about insurance, it should reach to the people through news, bulletins, information, websites and through television. And after that, identity is important to create a support in the market. Now, let us study the promotional mix. Promotional mix for insurance industry consists of the advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity, internet marketing and direct marketing. So, obviously, when we talk about advertising, it is impersonal media through which we reach to the customers. Personal selling is through agents and the brokers. Sales promotion is the attractive premiums which we offer. Publicity is what is written on Twitter and on blogs. Internet marketing is honest content on websites, and direct marketing is company directly negotiating through their very big sales officers to bigger clients and to bigger MNCs. So, all this becomes important to survive in the market, where communication with the customers and with the organization is important. Now, let us study the 4 P's of promotion mix. First is product. Design profitable policies both for customer and for company. Price. The premium should be affordable. Place. The branches should be accessible to all the customers. Distribution and promotion. Agents should be honest and qualified. So, we have shown you how the 4 P's work in the market. That is, the place is important. That is, if the customer is somewhere in the rural market, a branch office is also needed there, because the customer cannot travel to you. You need to travel to the customer and reach the customer. The price and the distribution, that is, your agents need to be honest, and obviously your policy needs to be innovative and has to be matured enough to give accurate solutions to the customer's problem. The other piece of promotion mix are the process, productivity, people and physical evidence. Process basically relates to the processing of policy should be simple and easy. Productivity is the financial gain should be lucrative enough to attract customers. People, that is the employees, should be trained and honest. Physical evidence as the legal issues should be clearly written and no hidden agenda should be there. The process, that is, if you want to process the policy, the form must be simple. It must be easy for the customer to fill the form. If it is very complicated, the customers find it difficult and try to avoid it. So, the productivity is the returns on what they are investing. People should be trained, and obviously the legality of the contract should be clear. Now, let us study the elements of the promotion mix. We have the product elements, which basically relate to the return and the cost. We have the place element, that is the cyber space and the time. Process and procedures should be IT enabled. Now, when we talk about product, obviously the policy needs to be lucrative enough to attract customers from all horizons of the insurance market, whether they are international customers, national customers or regional customers. The customer should understand the company as a good brand and should connect it irrespective of the barriers of the nationality or in terms of the identity of the company to relate to a particular destination. That is, it has to be global in its approach to connect to the customers. Place as the cyberspace, that is the virtual space, is important for companies to stand there and educate and aware the customers about their existence and about their policies. The IT enabled process of connecting with the banking softwares for automatic transactions of money and automation of message, remembering the customers, giving them the passwords, updating their accounts, making the process of claim very easy is important in modern era. The productivity and quality of the policy needs to be of high standards. People should be trained and educated to make customers understand. Promotion and education should be through websites. So, the quality content which you give on websites need to be designed by financial advisors and need to be designed by the trained people of the company. The executives need to understand that the content would speak for its legality and also for the emotional connect which they want to connect with the customers. Now, marketers are focused on stimulating exchanges with customers who make up the markets of B2C and B2B. The market is comprised of people who play a role of series of functions like decision makers, consumers, purchasers and influencers. Now, when we talk about insurance market, obviously it is complicated because it is not only that is the business is connecting to the customers. We have B2B connections, that is big business organizations or big corporate offices negotiating with the companies, that is the large carriers, the airlines and the marine insurance and the fire insurance, and even the government infrastructure insurance also is important. So, these big companies do need to negotiate, that is B2B insurance is still difficult. The market is comprising not only of the customers, we have decision makers, that is like who will take the decision of giving a coverage in the family, that if father is important or mother is important or who is the concerned person who would decide. So, according to the figurehead of the family, the marketing strategy should be designed. The influencers, like who are the role model of the people to whom people will listen. So, these things become important when you design your communication strategy. It is absolutely essential that marketers have a detailed understanding of consumers and their needs and wants. Much happens before and after the sale to affect the consumer satisfaction. See, selling is very easy, you sell a policy, but what if customer is not satisfied and the post purchase impacts trickle down to the social media if the claims are not settled properly? A litigation is there. So, companies must avoid costly litigations, not only because money is invested, but because a reputation is lost. So, we need to understand that if the claim procedure is very simple and easy, the customers get timely payments, the customers get timely refund, is there added trust to the company. and that what makes company and the insurance successful in the market. Now, let us see, the increasing loyalty of customer is important because it is a long term relationship created. Widening usage needs to cover all the segments of the customers and markets. It is creating interest and awareness. It is gaining intermediary support of advisors and consultants. It is restoring brand perceptions for creating positive faith in the market becomes important. So, when we talk about insurance communication, integrated communication process is related to the market where the industry ethics become important to understand the competition and give the best solution to the customers. We need to cover the basic issues of the customers, get the interest of the customers, give them proper coverage, support the intermediary with proper solutions, train the intermediary to be trusted, train the intermediary to be knowledgeable and with expertise to give the connection with the best solution, and also build positive perceptions of the customers. So, all this integration of various elements of communication would make promotion for the insurance product successful in the market. Now, let us study promotional and communication objectives. The communication targets for the insurance policy and the product should try to create awareness, build information, create brand preference, focus on share of mind and share of heart. Both are important. The mind should speak, the heart should connect, and the voice should be listened. Company needs to focus on a strategy where ethics, justice, care, facts, logic, everything's become important, because only through emotional connection, if the logic is not supporting in terms of quantitative figures, that is returns are not there, the customers will not believe. So, the logic and the fact is also important before we sell the products in the market. Now, let us study the sales promotion. When developing the sales promotion plan for the insurance company, it is important that we look into the size of the incentive, conditions for the participation of the customers, promotion and distribution of actual sales, length of the promotion program and the evaluation. So, this is important that when we try to design a kind of a promotion program for the company, it should be quality oriented. Now, let us study the sales promotion methods for the insurance industry. The insurance industry can organize trade shows and exhibitions, can organize contents, can give a good display of the equipments, can focus on cooperative advertising so as to build sales promotion. So, sales promotion is a combination of shows, contents, the displays, the equipments, the cooperative and the collaboration material which we create in the market. What are the basic advantages of sales promotion for insurance industry? It is a motivation method by special efforts of the trained sales team. It is short term sales increase which is required by the company to build on profits. It is a defined target audience which can be generally attracted to buy those products. It is defined role, what is the policy is going to solve the problem and what is the objective. It is the indirect role, that is the wider distribution given through the agents and the consultants. Now, the promotion of insurance companies basically is a element of an organization's marketing mix that serves to inform, persuade and remind the market regarding the financial policies with returns and advantages to the public. It is an attempt to influence the feelings, behavior and the beliefs of the people. So, when we talk about insurance sales program, obviously it is a difficult and a complex program which needs to connect with the customer on the basis of profits, the returns, the security, the coverage and the protection. Now, let us study the types of promotion for insurance policies. The insurance companies need to build a positive public relation with the society. It is paid form of mass and personal communication that are image directed to create trust for the insurance company. The policies and the financial returns need to create favorable attitudes. The insurance companies need to focus on newsletters, annual reports, charitable and civic events to build connection with the society. Now, your annual reports are important because annual reports generally give you a detailed action oriented approach, that where the company was investing, what were the efforts of the company to look into the social objectives, what were the new policies looking into the benefits of the public. So, what is the investment even in the charitable issues also attracts the public, because if we try to make an image of a honest identity or a brand which can connect to the issues of the society, a positive faith of the customer will be there. The commercializations of policies can be negotiated with the big investors, but with small customers you need to understand that the premiums need to be affordable, and here the profits are not important, but the social objective of not cheating is important. Types of promotion for insurance industry: it is publicity, which is important for insurance companies. It is not paid form, it is non-personal presentation through media. It involves news stories about the organizations and its products. Personal selling is paid form and a personal presentation of policy to the customer. So, when we talk about publicity, now most of the blogs are being written by financial consultants, by media people. There are reviewing and rating agencies who generally give rating and do an analysis on very big channels of the television. So, the industry must focus on such events which should be rated, analyzed by the news channels, so that a free publicity is created and a communication and a connect is built with the customer. When analysis through big news channels come, the customers understand it a better way, because it is not advertising, but it is a publicity which generally connects to the customer. So, it is important for companies to create publicity through blogs, through news channels, and to do good things which are being talked about. When you organize events, they are being written, they are being criticized, or they are being analyzed. Everything which is done positive adds up to a kind of a positive impact on the society and a connection with the customer. Now, let us study the summary of this lecture. In this lecture, we have studied the integrated communication channel of insurance companies with the customers. We have studied how do we design the advertising and the promotion mix so as to reach the customers. A balance to use all the promotional mix is important. That is, how do we use advertising, sales promotion, publicity as a kind of a coverage to create awareness and educate the customers is important. The website content and information is very important. Quality content would always connect with the customers in an honest way. It is important for companies to train their employees and agents in such a way that they are truthful and they are advisors in the best possible way. I hope the students must have understood the impact of communication and the integrated communication model which is designed for insurance industry. Thank you, students.